It is time to start. Should we give it 2 more minutes? We're going back to the Shema because that is the most critical prayer we have to learn. And we're going to look at the first paragraph and the third paragraph. Okay? Any of you have a chance to practice reading it? I know Hillary did, but anyone else have a chance to practice reading it this week? Was anybody in shul and found they could follow it? That's the exciting part when you find it. Oh, good. Fran's coming on. Good.
Up.
Your picture, Fran. That's it so far.
Good.
Anyone else? Rochelle. I'm waiting for Rochelle and Bonnie and Mary.
Yeah. Is this? I have this. Is this okay?
That's fine. There are actually 2 of them. One's a daily, and then there's this one, which is more complete, and we do the pages on both. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so, but I don't know what page it's on.
I'll tell you the page. We'll
Okay.
get started.
Thank you. Okay.
Not a problem. I just want to wait for everybody.
Okay.
I'm going to give 2 more minutes, literally, and then we're going to start. Well, my clock here says 10:03, which is probably fast, and I'm going to give it to 10:05, and then we're going to start.
Okay.
I need to ask you ladies something. If I were to 1 week have to push it back to 9 o'clock, is that absolutely awful?
No.
Is that doable if 1 week I could push it back to 9 o'clock?
Push it up to 9 o'clock?
Look it back to 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock. I'll tell you which week. 1 week.
Okay.
I want to try to go somewhere and I have to be there at 11.
Okay.
So it's going to be sort of I'll let you know which week if we decide to do that, a little excursion.
I think you should go.
Where we live, they have so much going on, you can barely begin to choose. It's wonderful. I had lectured all over Broward County before when we were in our house. And when it came down to downsize, I just said, this is where we're going. We're in Kings Point. Hi, Fran. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
For 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Take out
The only one who will be affected would be the one in California.
What was that?
The only person would be affected would be the one in California.
I don't think there's anyone in California now.
Oh, she dropped?
Well, who's from in my old
I might have said that I'm going to California in November for a couple of
Okay.
weeks. Maybe that, I don't know.
I don't think I had a student from California.
Yeah,
Lansky. She was in my last year.
Yeah.
This year. Rochelle, good. Oh, good. Everybody's coming. So we're missing Bonnie and Mary.
Chilled.
Bonnie may be with her grandson. Wait, Bonnie's not going to be here. It's his birth today. I believe.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't know about Mary. She's usually on early. Okay, let's take a good morning, Rochelle.
I'm sorry I'm late. My computer.
Okay, how you doing? You feeling better?
Not really, but we're plodding along here.
Well, that's what we have to do is just plod along. I know sometimes it just becomes horrible. Okay, here's what I'm looking what I had here. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, let's take out a sidurim. It's a plural for siddur. Sidurim. Im is a plural. It's a masculine plural. If you see that connected to a word, look at the root. If you know the root, you'll know what the word means. I'm going to give you tricks like that as you go because I think when we recite the prayers, it's more meaningful if we know the general idea. I don't mean every word, but for example, take out, if you're at the Shema, you see on either page 100 or page 30. Big book 100, smaller book, the red book is page 30. Everybody got it?
Mm-hmm.
Shema? Yeah, I see heads nodding. I don't see Fran, I just see an empty room. Oh, there she is. And there she is. Okay.
I'm going to put you on my iPad. I'm on my phone.
What did you say, page 30?
30.
It's the red book.
It says, it's a Kaddish.
No, not the guy.
On page 30 of this.
It's
Yeah,
the blue.
I have a note that it's the page 30.
In
Anybody else?
this book, it's page 30. This is
This is
Tim Shalom, the other edition, the old edition.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else have the red book?
I have the red book.
What page is it?
I don't know. Let me
Oh,
see.
anybody other than Jane has read it. I thought that was, can you find the Shema?
Well, it's usually in a million places.
Well, yeah, see if you can find it in one place. It will say Kriyat Shema in English. K
Uh,
R-I-A-T. Kriyat Shema. You should be able to find it. And when you find it, mark it. I marked my page.
Okay.
You know, put a sticker on the page so you can find it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have only this one and the other one, which Carol pointed out. I don't know anymore.
The evening service is Shema, it says, but
It's in the evening service, it's in the morning service, it's in
I
every,
know it's everywhere.
and you know, I've told this story so many times. During the Holocaust, when a lot of the Jewish children were sent to Catholic buildings of one sort, I'm losing words because I can't think of monasteries or whatever. And then and they were sent there to be safe. And then after the Holocaust, a man came to collect the children. And the priest said, there are no Jewish children. These children are all good Catholics. And all the man who come said, Shema Yisrael. And the children answered, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And then it's on the Jewish kids. Because every Jewish child learns this. However they grow up later, they learn this prayer. But we're going to go further than that. We're going to look at the first paragraph. Did you find it, Jane?
I found it, yes.
Okay. Now, the first paragraph is something every congregation. The second line, Florsheim Kavod. What does that say? How is that said?
You try this last name.
How is,
Kavod,
yeah,
Uso Lolam Koed.
yeah. What is that said? How is that said?
Progress.
Well, Karen, you're on twice.
I'm trying to get.
That's why we're getting that noise. Good. Yep, that line for us, for all intents and purposes, is silent. If you were to go to a Reformed congregation, they will chant it. Debbie Friedman's music, she chants the Shema, and then she chants this, Baruch Shem Kavod. So if you go to a Reformed congregation, it's going to be chanted. There's only one day a year when we say it out loud. Does anybody know when it is?
Yom Kippur.
Yep.
Right. So if you happen to notice it, it was on Yom Kippur. Okay, let's look at the first paragraph. What's the first word?
Yeah.
What's the root? Can anybody tell me what the root is? If you look
The
across
word.
the page in the English, it'll help.
Avta.
What?
Avta.
No, that ta is an ending and the va is the beginning.
The
Ta
Those are
means you and the va. Aleph, hey, or hey. Aleph, hey, vav means love. And you will find it in various forms. Learn to look for the root. There are always endings and beginnings, but that root is what you're going to see a lot. And you shall love the Lord your God. Debbie Friedman sings that. You shall love the Lord your God with all your might. That's the Ahava. Okay. And who practiced? Hillary is going to read this for us because she practiced this week. I'm getting
Yeah. Avta. 8. Adonai. Elohecha. Bachol. Levachol. Hecha. Vecha.
No, read that word again.
Bachol. Levacha.
Good.
Uvchal. Nefshecha. Uvkol. Decha.
You missed
Meodecha.
now. Wait a minute. You missed a vowel.
Meodecha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. Keep going.
Vahayu. Hadavrim.
I want to hear it. Had.
Varim.
Good.
Paola.
Vowel. Look at vowel.
Ele.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, that dot at the top is an accent, so ta'ele. That's just
Ale, Ela,
ta'ele. Keep going.
Ale, Ela, Asher, Ani, Anochi, Mazo, Ha, Hayom,
Take it right after. Let's stop. What's that word after I do?
me, May,
No.
Ha,
All right, stop. That's a hard word. We went through that this one last week. Mitzavtecha.
Masa, Vicha. Yeah, she told me that yesterday.
Okay,
Mitzavtecha.
just for everybody's reminding, there's a shva under the vav, so that you blend into it, but there's a dot in the middle, and I think it was Fran pointed out, wait, that's the accent. Mitzavtecha.
Masa, Vicha, Hayom, Al, Ma'o, Racha.
Me'o.
Decha.
Good. I can tell you've been practicing. Who wants to pick it up?
Thank you.
I'm good. I can volunteer people. Teresa's laughing. Go ahead, Teresa.
V'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anoki mitzvav
Ah, that's the word we just was on.
mitzvavaka hayom el al levadecha uvishnan
No,
tam
no. Look at it carefully. What's the first letter?
vashinan tam
Good.
levanecha vadibar tabam bashiv techa bane techa uf lech techa baderek uf
Derek. I want to
techa
get Derek.
baderek
Mm-hmm.
uf shach techa uf ku mecha ukshar tam leot al yadecha bahayu letotafot bain al necha
Bain.
bain a necha tav tam al mizuzot beinecha uv
Hey.
beitecha
Good.
uvish arecha.
Wow.
Ow.
But the second
Wow,
paragraph
that's
is harder. The
Teresa,
second
that is
paragraph,
fabulous.
I just
That's
did
the
tongue-tied.
speed. That's the speed you've got to get up to, ladies. That's how fast it's going to go in shul. And you got to keep practicing. Get every one of those. Okay. Anybody else want to try this, or should we look at the third paragraph? Tell you what, go back a page. Go back one page before we get to the third paragraph. This is what I was trying to find. And this isn't as easy as I thought. Here it is. It was page 98 in the big book. It's just back one page. And
Go
if
back one page.
got
Is that what you
go
said?
back one page before the Shema. And
Is
if
that the second bracha before the Shema?
yes, in that paragraph, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 lines, depending on how it's in your book, and find the word Vahavienu. Everybody find the word Vahavienu in the second bracha before the Shema. It's the end of it.
Oh, the first one, okay, the second.
Decha. Vi.
Techo? No, that's not it.
Havienu. Vahavienu. In mine, it's 5 lines up.
1, 2.
Second word from the second word in 5 lines up, but if yours could be in the book. You have my book.
Decha. Vi. Enu. Okay, got it.
Good. Anybody else got it?
No,
On the bottom of the page,
It's the bottom of the page, count up 4 or 5 lines, you'll see it.
start with the short 2 words at the bottom and count up.
Is it in the second? paragraph?
On page 98, it's the 3rd paragraph down.
It's the 3rd paragraph,
I have,
the 5th line from the bottom.
I have this book.
That's the second word.
Is yours the big one? Are you on page 100 for the Shema?
No, I'm on 30.
Then go back 1 page to 28.
28, I was looking on 29, I'm sorry.
5 lines from the bottom, 4 lines from the bottom. You have it, Carol?
No, I have,
I found it.
Bashav, Bashach. Menu, I have other things that,
There's Bishuatecha, it's right after Bishuatecha. The next word. The Havi,
Uh-huh, with a,
it's the second word in. Vahavienu.
yeah, and then this next word is la shalom.
Exactly, very good. Everybody have it? Fran, you with it?
I don't
But-
have it.
Got you.
Rochelle, try 29. It
Hecate,
ends with-
Havienu.
I
29.
don't have it.
The last 2 words is Israel ba'ahavcha.
That's
Vav.
right. The last 2 words in this paragraph are Yisrael v'ahava, Israel with love, in love, with love.
Israel.
No, that's
Lord
not,
love.
it's not
But
always.
it's 4 or 5 lines up, and it says Vahavienu. I'm sure you've heard it chanted in the synagogue.
Sure.
How is it chanted? Who knows? At this place.
I don't know. So it's not the second bracha before the Shema.
It's the end, toward the end of the second book. Toward the end of it. 4 or 5 lines up.
Techo al tosir mimenu.
I want you to find the Havienu. It's 4 or 5 lines from the bottom of that big paragraph.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's the ending letter, 2 words, and then it's up.
4
4 or 5 lines up there. So you have the same book I do, Hillary.
Yeah, I had to buy it.
Okay, nobody else has this one.
It's in
then-
there though. It's in there, I promise.
Let me,
I
Good
know
While
morning.
that.
you're looking, let's not belabor this.
Going,
How
okay.
is this, those of you who have found it, how is this chanted in the synagogue? Anybody remember?
no.
Yahavienu v'shalom me'arba kanfota.
it's really, let's see.
Anybody remember that? Do you have that in your synagogue? Yahavienu v'shalom me'arba kanfota aretz. No?
Yeah, we don't use it anymore, but,
All right, that line. And going to gather from the bring us safely from the ends of the earth. But gather from the 4 corners of the earth. In some temples, it's sung to Hatikva. And it talks about bringing all the people to the 4 corners of the earth. This is right before reciting the Shema. What do you do when you get here? V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfota aretz. Whether it's sung or read, what is done at that point?
kiss it, see.
Gather the seat from the 4 corners of your talit. If you're wearing one, anyone wearing a talit gathers the tzitziot, which would be the plural. That's the feminine plural, oats. Gather the tzitziot, and they say, gather the Jewish people from the 4 corners of the earth. So we gather our tzitziot and we hold on to them through the Shema Yisrael, through the silent line, through the V'ahavta.
Jane, it's page 154
On which book?
in the red book.
The red book, 154, Jane.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's just
Okay.
Thank you,
different.
Hillary.
It's the
Okay.
first line for you, Jane, under the red.
I don't know.
Okay, just a minute. 153.
It's,
Yeah, I guess I should have turned to.
this is it, Jane.
Look,
It's the red line and underneath.
Look, she's holding it up for you, Jane. Look
Oh,
at
let me
those.
see. I didn't see it.
You see it?
154, where is
Right.
it on?
Under,
Where
it
is
says,
it?
under the rag.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I
Word,
got it.
yeah.
Some
Okay.
gather their titsits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you gather
Thank
the
you.
CTO.
Whoever did, thank you.
That was Hillary. Thank you, Hillary. So as we sing the melody of Hatikva in our congregation and possibly in others, it's appropriate. As we say this or sing this, we gather the tzitziot, we hold them the four corners, gather some from each of the four corners of the talit. You hold them in your hand when you recite Shema Yisrael. You bring them to your eyes when you close your eyes for Shema Yisrael. And then you can take it down. You say Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto silently, and then you chant, I am sure. V'yahavta et Adonai Avtecha. Don't find my voice, but that's Torah trope, and it's done that way almost everywhere. And then the second paragraph, V'haya im Shemo, that's read silently. And then you turn the page, and the rest of the second paragraph is at the top of the page. And then we come to our third paragraph. What's the first word in the third paragraph?
Vihaya? Is that the one we're talking? Vihaya?
Vayomer.
Vayomer, right. Did you all find Vayomer? That's the beginning of the third paragraph. I don't know what Vayam is.
Okay, let me see.
The second paragraph goes over 2 pages in some books. Vahaya is the second paragraph. Vahaya in Shemoah. That's done silently everywhere. And it's a long paragraph. And if you turn the page in some books, you find it keeps going.
V'omer Adonai El Moshe. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean by Yomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor?
Man, I don't know.
It comes up over and over and over and over and over again.
Yom is the sea, isn't it?
No, that's Yam. This is the root. Membre.
It's God giving, told Moses.
God spoke to Moses. Vayomer Adonai, and God spoke El Moshe to Moses, Lemor, saying.
One page, page 156.
156, Fran.
Yes, I have. Yeah, thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jane, thank you. Thank you very much, Hillary. Okay.
Well,
And God spoke to Moses saying, this is a line you're going to see over and over and over and over. I was studying with a rabbi once. He was a student. He was tutoring bar mitzvah kids. And the kid said, I don't know what my portion is, but it starts with Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor. I mean, that's how common it is. And it's just, everything has that. God spoke to Moses saying, and he said, Daber el bnei Yisrael, speak to the children of Israel. Daber, that's root 2, the armata, and say aleihem, and say to them, the asulahem tzitzit, and they should put tzitzit al kanfei v'gdehem, on the corners of their garments.
See?
I'm not going to do the whole thing, but that's what this paragraph's about. And the word tzitzit comes up 3 times. And what do you do with, if you are wearing a talit and you have, and anybody wearing a talit and they have all the 4 corners of their hands, when they hear the word tzitzit, what do?
they kiss it.
Kiss the tzitzit. And generally people keep them till the end of the prayer and then kiss the hand, and then that's the end of it. Adonai Elohei Kamemet. But this is so central. I want you to understand what's going on, not just recite it. But now I want you to recite it. Who's going to read for it?
In the beginning of the paragraph?
Yeah.
Should I?
Go ahead, Jane.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Daber El bnei Yisrael va'amarta alehem va'asu lahem tzitzit. Tzitzit al kinfei
About.
kan
That's
what?
it.
Kanfei
Yep.
v'dehem. Nado rotam v'nachnu
Mhm.
Al tzitzit, hapana, pasio, techelem, techelet, techelet,
Before that, what's the word before that?
patio, patio,
Patil,
Patil.
right?
Vahaya, lechem, letzitzit again,
Mhm.
or item, oto,
Oh,
also, is
oh,
that not a tough or so?
yes.
Teresa, oto,
Oh, so that's right. I'm sorry. Keep going.
yeah, that's okay. I'm a little slow here.
No, you're
Uskar
great.
ten, et ko mitvot, Adonai.
Adonai, right.
Yeah.
Right, stop. That was excellent reading.
In this class.
Excuse me?
She's so good.
It was very good, and it was the right tempo, right speed. I'm a musician, what can I tell you? It was the right speed. That's how you're gonna
Okay.
have to read it. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el
And see,
bnei.
now I
You know,
can, when you
that's
sing
how
it,
you
I.
So that's what you want to get comfortable enough with these words that you can chant this when it is chanted, or if you're in a short service, it may be done silently. But you should be able to read this fluently, and you should understand fluently what it is.
Okay.
And then the Chazan will say Adonai Elohechem, and that's the end of the Shema. I'm not going to belabor it anymore. I'm going to beg you to please work on this. If you can, you should be able to read it the way Hillary read for a while, the way Jane read, Teresa read. I haven't gotten Fran and Carol stuck into the shadow Rochelle, but we'll get you. It's all right. Are there any questions about the Shema? What it means, how you say it, what's the importance of it? Any questions? None? Great. I'm glad you have no questions. All right. We were doing Shalom Aleichem, I believe. Let me go back here. Yeah. Yeah. In my book, it's on page 722. In another book, it's on page 13.
I have no idea in the red book.
Well, it should probably be down where it talks about rituals and songs for the table. This is for the,
Oh, candlelighting.
it's probably for the back of the book.
Yeah.
Rituals and songs for the table. That's driving me crazy. I'm getting fixed today.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Wait,
Where is
okay.
it?
I'm finding it.
Oh, I don't see it.
Our beginner,
Carol, do you have it?
it was also beginner work.
Everybody have it?
Where, I don't have it.
I don't see the book. It should be toward the back. Rituals and songs for the table. It's a,
It says additional prayers and songs.
Right.
it's
It
probably,
has Pesach, Shavuos,
you know,
uh,
Shabbat table.
yeah.
I need you to get one of these other books in order to work with us. See if you can find Shalom Aleichem. Do you find it, Hillary, in the red book?
Looking. I know there's a prayer for adoption.
For what?
There's a prayer for adoption.
For adoption?
Adoption. That's
I haven't
the
heard
book.
that's a new one to me.
Yeah, it's in the red book.
The red book. Oh, okay.
But I'm looking for her.
Okay, while she's looking, and Jane is
Go,
hoping.
yeah, go on and do it. Don't hold up the whole class for,
I would like to, if you can get one of these other books, it would be great, Jane.
It was in our worksheets from last semester also, page 30.
Oh, the word, yeah, but that was my class. That may not have been everybody.
It's also in the book, the Shalom Aleichem
It's
book.
in the book. It's in the Shalom Aleichem book. Absolutely, in the back of the book.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have that on, but that's, I'm trying to get. to the-
What's the Sholem Aleichem book? What is
It was
that?
the textbook for the beginning class.
That what? Oh,
It was the textbook for the
the
beginner,
textbook, okay.
okay?
That's it.
I need to move on. Keep looking, okay?
Go on, don't stop.
I'm not going to.
No, don't
I'm not
stop.
going to. I'm not going to. I just want you to look at Sholem Aleichem relatively briefly because we've spent time on it before. And I want you to tell me, what is the structure of this prayer? Look at it from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's got
8
repeating,
lines. I want you to look at 8 lines of Sholem Aleichem and see if you can tell me what the structure of this is all about.
repetitive on the second line, on the even lines.
Excuse me?
It's repetitive. Mimelach is on the second, the fourth, the sixth, and the eighth.
Okay. So what does that tell you about the first, third, fifth, and seventh?
They also repeat.
They also repeat. So basically, it says, peace to you, Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, the attending angels, Malachei Elyon, the sublime angels, and then Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, from the king of kings, the Holy One, blessed be He. So the first line says, peace to you. The second one, Balachem l'shalom, because come in peace. Bo means come. The third one is Barchuni, bless us with peace. Baruch. You see Barchuni? The first 3 letters are the same root as Baruch.
Yeah,
It's Sophie because it's in the middle. Bless us. Bless us with peace. We're asking the angels to bless us with peace. And then say to them, leave. On your way out, leave in peace. So it's welcoming the Shabbat angels. It's welcoming Shabbat. When I went to camp 1,000 years ago, at least, we always had one group had elected a Shabbat queen and her attendants, and they always came into this prayer. And it was very meaningful because you can see the meaning of the prayer. Shalom Aleichem. I haven't heard Carol read, so I'm going to ask her to read this. Please.
Okay. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Asharet Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu
Keep going.
Boachem
Good.
L'Shalom Malachei Ashalom Malachei Elyon Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Wow. Rochelle, pick it up.
Barhu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
One more. Keep going.
Seichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Here's where the repeating comes in.
Right. Okay, I'll let you go on that one because you read that line. Okay, this is something which is really nice to be familiar with. And if you go, it's some people sing it at the table. Just above it in my book, it has the family blessings. It says it's customary for parents to place hands on the heads of the children. Most of us didn't do that. Most of us will not do that. But it's nice to know that this is the tradition. You bless the boys, the blessings of Ephraim and Manasseh. You bless the girls, the 4 imot, the mothers. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Valea. And then there's the one line for all. I'm not going to spend time on it. It was suggested we look at it. If it's something you do in your family, or
It's
then
very nice. My children do it for their children.
Yeah,
good.
I
Good.
think right now,
Lovely.
like Jane's saying, yeah, it's said in the younger homes.
It just starts what, Hillary?
It's saying, it's said in all the younger generations right now. I mean,
That's wonderful. It's being done in all the younger
page
generations.
73, Jane.
It's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. And then after that, if you turn the page, what's the second paragraph, at least in our book? After you bless the children, what's the next one?
That's
Stop.
his file.
The
They
Ashik
should-
Chayil. What is the Ashik Chayil?
The good wife. The holy wife. Woman.
A good woman, not a good wife.
Woman of valor.
Precious beyond rubies.
Good wife, who can find?
Again, a tradition for a man to say to his wife. I don't know how many families it's actually done, but it is part of the tradition. I'm not going to spend time on it. I just want you to know, if this is being done somewhere where you are, look at it. Good wife who can find the Asher Kyle. What else is this said? Anybody know?
The man is.
The man says to us, what else is this particular paragraph?
Yes, say.
Huh? When else is it said? It's often said at a funeral for a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went to a funeral and it was said.
Excuse me?
I just went to a funeral last week and it was said.
It was said. It's often said. I remember it was said to my bubby, and I was so moved I almost cried. It's a beautiful prayer. It's often said at a funeral. Not every time, but depending on who's conducting the funeral, it's often said. And it's a beautiful, beautiful prayer. My husband gave me a beautiful wall hanging, really, the Ashik Kayo, and I treasure it because it's beautiful. It is. It's just something very special between a man and his wife. Okay, I'm not belaboring it. I want you to know it's there. I want you to know it's done in some families, and it's wonderful when it is. And then if you turn the page, what comes up next?
Kiddush for Shabbat.
Kiddush. This is said in a lot of families. So this one I really want to do. I have page 312 in some book, page
Wait a minute,
726 in another.
Just a minute.
Page 76.
Page 76, Jane.
Seven,
Thank you.
And in some books it's 312, some books it's 726.
Yeah,
Everybody
now
got it?
the
Kiddush?
the kiddush is something I really would like to say smoothly.
Well, we're going to do it because this is one everyone should say smoothly. This should be said. You know, I love it. Every so often we'd get together with friends and everybody would just chant it without a prayer book, without anything, because they knew it. And it's nice when it's that much part of you. The first-
726 Rochelle.
okay,
My children know it smoothly, but I don't.
so you're going to learn it. So you're going to be doing it just as smoothly, Jane. Everybody have it.
page,
Yes.
Page 726, Rochelle.
the other one,
30, 312.
312. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a little out of it today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all
Sorry, you're
right.
not feeling well.
Rochelle's been having a hard time in a lot of ways, unfortunately.
Lots of stuff going on. Okay.
But she comes every week and gives it her best, and I love it. And I love seeing her. This is the second year Rochelle and I work together, so it's kind of cool. Okay, look at the Kiddush for Friday evening. What's the first paragraph?
About the sixth day, you mean?
Yeah.
It's what?
The sixth day?
The
Is that what
sixth
you mean?
day, yeah? Who wrote it?
God.
What do you mean, God? Why do you say that?
See, I read in Temple this week in Torah, God told to Moses when he went up to get the tablets, he commanded that on the sixth day they should rest, seventh day they should rest. So he was talking.
Where's this from? Where's this?
Oh,
where was this originally? Where else might you find it?
Genesis,
Thank you. What does that mean, Genesis, Teresa?
Bereshit, I mean,
What does that mean? What's Bereshit?
the first book of Moses, the very beginning.
Gracious,
It's
yeah.
the beginning of the Torah, right? And this week's parsha is Bereshit.
Mhm.
It was read Simchat Torah, parts of it, and then it will be read again, depending whether you do the whole parsha or you do a portion of it. We do a third, and it will be the beginning of it. So this Shabbat, this will be read in the Torah, and the melody we use to sing it is really the Torah code. That Yom HaShishi, the sixth day, and God created the whole thing. I want to look at the English. Who will read the English for me about the sixth day? And there was morning and there was evening. Right.
Where's
Erev.
evening?
Oh, one more thing. Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Boker. What does that mean?
Yeah, by Arab is evening. There was evening. And by Boker is morning.
Right. So what's the significance of that? That's Torah also. What's the significance of that?
The day starts in the evening, not the
The
Thank-
whole 24 hours.
You're right, Jane, but Carol said it again.
The day starts in the evening.
Yeah.
Our day starts in the evening. It goes from sundown to sundown, not from sun up to sundown. Okay? So the Jewish day, sometimes it's a little confusing when you look at the calendar and you say such and such day is the holiday, but it starts the night before. And it's because by He Erev, by He Boker, because God said there was evening and there was morning. That's important. And that's confusing to some people. I'd like someone to read the English because I think it's really important to know what it is. Who's going to read the English for me? Tell me you're shy to read English. Come on, guys.
Oh, I'll read it.
Go ahead.
And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. The heavens and the earth and all they contain were completed. On the seventh day, God completed the work which he had been doing. He ceased on the seventh day from all the work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and called it holy, because on it he ceased from all his work of creation.
That's Shabbat. That's all there is in the Torah, in the story of creation about Shabbat. But it's all there. Everything else is interpretation. What you can do, what you can't do. There, especially later on, the rabbis came up with lists of things that you can't do and the things that which you could do, and so on and so forth. But that's what Shabbat is all about. Now, what you may or may not do that at the table, but I think most people read the second paragraph when they're reading Kiddush at the table. Am I right? Do any of you, when you have Friday night service, do the Yom HaShishi? You do? Yes?
I've heard- Yeah,
You do? Okay. All right. See, in my experience, it isn't the case, but it's the complete Kiddush. That's fine. And you know, Fran reads beautifully, but she hasn't read any Hebrew for me today, so she's going to read that first paragraph.
Yom HaShishi.
The first 3 lines, first 4 words, please. They're important.
Oh, Vayhi Erev Vayhi Doker.
What is
I
it?
can't,
Vocare. Morning.
I can't see that one.
All right. It's small. Keep going. Just read.
Okay. Yom HaShishi Vaychulu HaShamayim V'Haaretz V'Chol Tvaram V'Vaychol
Kaya.
Vaychol Elohim
This is not the word call. This is not the word call. This is how.
Vaychal, excuse me.
Right.
Vaychal Elohim Vayom Hashvi'i Malachto Asher Asa Vayishvot
No, careful. Try that one again.
Yish
No, there's no yesh.
vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Vayish.
you're on the wrong line.
I'm on the wrong line.
Yeah, you went up. You said share us. Oh, go ahead, read. I apologize.
Asher Vayish Vayom Hashvi'i Mikol Malachuto Asher
Nicole Malachto. The Aleph is just go over it. Malachto.
Malachto Asher Asa Vayhiret by 1 second. Vidaret Elo- Vidaret
Stop. You're reading beautifully, but I want to get a root there. What is that word?
Vidarech
No.
Elohim
There's no, Rika, stop, please. There's no Dalet in there. What's the word?
Vidarech
Vayevarech. It's a vet.
Which-
Vayevarech.
No, I don't see.
After our second Asherah,
I don't see that.
Vayevarech.
Vidarech.
You said Darech. Vayevarech.
Vidarech.
All right, what's the root of the word Vayevarech?
Baruch.
Thank you. That Reish Chaf, what does that mean?
Blessing?
Thank you. It has to do with blessing. Vayevarech Elohim, what does that mean?
God.
Blessings from God?
And God bless. Do you see this? I'm trying to let you learn to see roots and get meaning for these prayers. To just recite them blindly is not nearly as meaningful as having an understanding of the basic idea.
Okay, I want to stop for a second.
Please.
Vaya ha, right? Because it's a V, it's a ha, isn't it?
It's not a cha, it's a vet.
Doesn't look like it.
Well,
Wow.
No,
the
mine's
tail is short.
mine's a resh also.
There's
It
a
looks
resh
like a-
there. It's Vav, Yud, Vet, Resh, Chaf, Sofi.
Yeah, I got the race. It's just the vav is.
Vidarech.
It's-
It is standing on itself, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I can't, the little
Yeah.
tail's hiding.
One person at a time. Who has a question?
It's just hard to
What were you
see.
saying, Hillary? What were you saying?
It did look like a vav. I mean, it looks, because of the and the silent ain, the silent vav, it does look like a B because you can't see the little tail.
It's a little tail, but it's hard
You
to
can't,
see.
it's hard to see without those letters underneath. So I would get confused too.
It's Vayevarech, though, I promise you.
Okay, I know that, but that's why I'm. That's,
Okay, I understand. This is a prayer that you really should know by heart at some point. If you recite it enough. Okay, who's reading? Fran was reading.
I was saying.
That was Vayevarech. Fran.
So you want me to complete Vidarech Elohim et Yom Hashvi'i V'Kadesh
What's the first letter?
V'Kadesh
Yes.
Oto Kivo Shabbat Mikol Malachto Asher Bara Elohim Le'asot
First letter. Last vowel. First vowel.
La'asot.
Good. That was beautiful reading, but you've got to be careful looking at the vowels, especially in the beginning of the line. That was beautiful reading. This is a prayer that you may or may not have in your family at the Shabbat table. If you do, learn it. It's a beautiful prayer. It's Torah. You're going to hear it this week if you go to shul. It'll definitely be read. And that first paragraph, and it's an important paragraph. But then we come to the Kiddush itself. And the first line is an easy one. What is it?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
That's all. Orei Pri Hagafen. And there's no questions here, right? What's that for? What's it for?
the blessing of the wine,
Why is it the blessing of the wine? What does it mean?
the fruit of the vine.
Okay. Thanking God for the fruit of the vine. Hagafen is the vine. This is a Geffen in Israel, a company. Borei Pri Hagafen. Okay. If I wanted to change, I'm jumping to something a little different, but we'll come back to this. If I said the same thing, it said Borei Pri Adama. What does Adama mean?
Your hand.
No.
Adama.
What?
earth. The earth.
The earth. Thank you, Rochelle. So if it was the same bracha with Borei Pri Adama, what would it be for?
Fruit of the earth.
Food.
What kind of food?
Pesach, no?
What?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
If I take the same bracha
And said,
and change the last word,
yeah,
only the last word to ha'adama.
yeah,
And Rochelle told me adama meant earth,
earth, yeah.
the earth. When would you say Borei Pri ha'adama?
When you're eating sweet potatoes or something, things from the earth.
Things that grow in the earth.
Yeah.
The grapes grow on the vine. Okay, let's try one more. There's another bracha which says Borei Pri ha'etz. What's the eitz?
So eight is a tree, I guess.
Yes. So when would you say Borei Pri ha'etz?
Apples.
Right.
Some
On
apples are
Rosh Hashanah, if you did apple and honey, you would say Borei Pri ha'etz, because you're saying you created the fruit of the tree.
Yeah.
So this is really sort of a sample bracha. In fact, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. My friend Joan says that's the bracha formula. So if you learn those few words, and I know you will know them, that's the bracha formula. And then you just add whatever you're blessing. Now,
washing the hands.
what? All right, we haven't gotten to washing the hands. Let's hold off for a minute. Okay, let's go to washing the hands. Down on the page. Who has not read? Who haven't I heard yet? Carol's read. Rochelle, have you read?
Yes, but
Would you like to read the bracha for washing the hands? Down the bottom of the page, probably. No, we're not worrying about sitting in the sukkah. That's done and over with until next year.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Okay, that's the bracha formula. Now what's next?
asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu
Tilat Vidayim.
Lisa sort of mumbled it under there.
right.
What? Say it, yeah. Al Natilat Yadayim. Now look at this bracha. It starts out with what I call, or what my friend Joe Grishaber calls, the bracha formula. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Then we have the line, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. He blessed us with his mitzvot, with his commandments, and commanded us, v'tzivanu, whatever. So this is called a bracha shel mitzvah. Every bracha starts with the first 6 words. Anything that commands you to do something would say Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. So what's another example of Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav?
Lighting candles,
Thank you. What is the prayer?
Lahadlik Ner Shabbat.
Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. So if you are, as we're going along, and when you're in shul or when you open a siddur at home for whatever reason, you look for brachot. All of them will start with the first 6 words. If we're thanking God for something that He's given us, He, she, God, whatever, how you want to say the thing of God, that God has given us. But if it's something which we are supposed to do, it's a commandment for something we are supposed to do, then it's Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. And you say it every Friday night when you light candles. But I want you to understand what you're saying and why you're saying and how these work. Because just to recite these prayers without understanding the context at all is meaningless. You've been doing that with transliteration, probably some of you for years. You sit in the temple, you don't know Hebrew, before you learned any Hebrew, you were looking at transliteration and mumbling it and making mistakes. So at this point, your Hebrew is good enough that you can pick it up and do this. Let's take a few minutes and look at the Kiddush. And this is what I want you to work on this week. Who is brave to volunteer reading the Kiddush, the second paragraph? The Kiddush, it's in Hebrew. Go ahead, Carol.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho Ahava Uvratson in Hal
In, you're doing great. Don't get this one.
Hal
No, what's the vowel under the fifth?
oh Kin
Read what's the whole word?
Hil Hin Hilanu
Perfect. Keep going.
Zikaron Lema Se Ray Sheet Ki Hu Yom Tehila Lema
The
Lemikra A
vowel, vowel.
Kodesh.
Thank you. Kodesh.
No, Zay, Fair, Li, Siyat, Mitzrayim.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That was beautiful. Oftentimes, if it's being done in the synagogue, the Chazan or whoever's doing it will go this far alone. Sometimes everybody says it, sometimes it's alone. But when we come to the next line, everybody joins in. So I am going to ask Hillary to read the next to the end.
It would be really great if I knew where you were.
1, 2, 3 lines from the bottom.
It's
after
the
the word
dark
Mitzrayim.
in the red book. Yeah.
On the page
After the word,
77,
after the word Mitzrayim.
I have no clue. I don't
Okay.
know if you're on the first paragraph or second. I totally
Second
got lost.
paragraph. Okay, I'm not going to take time to do it now because
Yeah, I'll just try to find it.
you try to find it and
Okay,
James,
Mitzrayim.
you finish it.
Got it. Found it.
Found it?
Mitzrayim.
Okay, go.
Kivanu Vaharim, right?
Please, whoever's reading, we're gonna stop. I know you're all enthusiastic, but I'm hearing voices in the background, and it's very difficult to hear who's got it right. Hillary, what's the word? Kivanu, what's after Vanu?
The had
No, it's not a Dalit.
okay, then it's Vaharad,
No, Vaharta.
Harta,
Vaharta, it's a resh. Okay.
the O Tanu, Kidoshta,
Look at your vowel.
Kidushta,
No, there's no U.
Malchal,
What's the vowel
on
on
the
Dalit?
Dalid,
Yeah.
that's an A.
Yeah.
Kidashata,
Kidashta, good.
Kidashta,
Kidashta.
Kidashta, Mabe,
No. Me, call.
Mikol, Mim, Vashabat, Kad Shecha, Ba'a,
hava uvratzon hin hal tanu.
Good.
Baruch Elohim melech haolam.
No, 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 no.
No.
Go
Baruch.
down, read it.
Okay. Ugh. Just wanted to finish. Baruch atah Adonai
Yeah.
kadosh
What's the next
Makadesh.
word?
ma
Me,
mekadish
Mika,
hashavat
Mika,
hashavat
Mika.
mikadosh
No,
mikadesh
no. You know,
mikadesh.
thank you.
You
Shabbat.
mikadesh
What's the root of
hashavat
Mekadesh? What's the root of
mikadosh
Kadesh?
is kadosh.
Kadosh. What does Kadosh mean?
Didn't take Hebrew. Don't know.
Doesn't matter. You know what Kadosh means.
Holy.
Holy.
Holy,
Good.
holy,
He
holy, holy.
sanctified. He made the Shabbat holy. This part. Kivanu b'charta v'yotanu kiddush b'kol ha'amim. You have to practice it. If you don't practice any of the rest of it, I want everybody to sing with me next week. We'll read chorus from God knows where. I wanted you to be able to sing Kivanu b'charta v'yotanu kiddush Mikol ha'amin, Shabbat kodesh, Yahava uvratzon, Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. You should be able to sing it that fast. When you work on the whole paragraph, make sure we can sing this as a chorus that we got banned from any place that was listening, but we know what we're doing. Okay?
Okay.
You read, ladies, I see progress every week. Every week I see progress in your reading. You're at different places, you're not all at the same level, but you're reading better and better. I think one of the biggest challenges for you is that vowels, especially at the beginning of a word. You're anxious to move on and you kind of don't read the vowel properly. So be careful with your vowels. Be careful when you read. It's not a race when you're practicing. You're getting up to the point where you can read it at the same speed it will be done in shul or at your table or wherever, okay? But we are going to work on the Kiddush next week. Maybe I'll come back for just a few minutes for the Shema, just read through it, but I want to spend time on the Kiddush. On this page, 312 in my book, no, 726 in my book, 312 in another. Find the page for Kiddush for Shabbat evening. And we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about that. And it's all in the back of the book. I'm looking in the back of my book to see what's here. A lot of these are songs which might be sung at the table. But I don't know. We're going to just, at this moment, we'll just look at this. The Kiddush for Shabbat evening, the washing of the hands, and the chalot. And notice it's always two chalot. And then somebody, great skill, cuts it up. And that's it. So we're not worrying about Leishev Basuka. It's basic bracha formula, first 6 words, and then the bracha shel mitzvah, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu leishev, to dwell, to live basuka. But we're not going to do that for another whole year. That's behind us. That was last week. So we're going to do everything else on this page but that. Okay? Please practice it. You're wonderful. I love listening to the progress you make. Every week you're a little bit faster, a little bit more secure. You sound more comfortable. You sound more comfortable every week. And that's great. And that's what we're working for. The whole purpose of this class is to make you comfortable with the prayers that you will do at home and in the synagogue. Okay? Any questions? Well, have a wonderful week. Shabbat Shalom. It's coming up.
Thank you.
Probably
Thank you.
I'll send an email because there are a couple of people who aren't here. But I will send out this email probably today or first thing tomorrow and alert people to what we worked on. And I'll see you all next week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.